guest of honor, Honorable Lumumba Kasule, Excellencies, because this gentleman here is in the fruits of our ambassador from Ethiopia. Thank you so much for attending this great function. Honorable Froden Marsh, our former Minister of Finance, everyone knows him. Engineer Fred Welike, former ED Royale, and others in your categories. Thank you so much for attending this function. My name is Moses Kasule. Call me an engineer. I'm a civil engineer. I have a higher diploma in civil engineering. A farmer. I have a small farm, Cambo Farm in Gomba.
I should thank the MC and the team, the MC and co-MC, and also moderator for this idea of bringing us Ugandans who have traveled more or less a similar journey, but though in different sectors or in different areas and at different time. Ration different, but the principles behind was the issue of resilience. Mr. Rangers of Bundere Troop, he has really promoted our culture. That I want to say, let's thank him. And the teams and those who he has inspired and have been able to carry this forward. And I know somebody who is in America, but he's always given a visa for 10 years, even takes his family to America. He's in Boston. But what he can't speak English, but he knows Uganda. And what takes him there, getting the visa so easily, while others pay a lot of money, for him is given and it's a working visa, only because he can play our traditional instruments. And Ugandans live here to go and study when he's their lecturer. And they come back here with PhDs in music after specializing in African instruments, but learning in America. What does that mean? Whatever you are doing, do it with the determination, with commitment. Make sure you master what you are doing, and it will take you wherever you want to go. So here we are, few of us seated here in this room. One may even say that we are few here. But yes, we are few in the room, but you don't know how many are following. That's what technology has brought. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, provided you take advantage of technology, make sure you be sure many people will be following. When Mr. Rangers and team were sharing with us their experience, I was able to read through and I appreciated the role of culture much more than I thought. When he was explaining, I was imagining, for him who has taken it as a deliberate effort to make us Ugandans appreciate our culture, East Africans to appreciate our culture, we Africans to appreciate our culture, what has he brought with it, in addition to appreciating our culture, is decent dressing. Now, what are those doing? Those who have not gone through those who have not gone through his hands. How are they dressing? You know, sometimes I look at the freedom ushered in by His Excellency in this country, where people have shows at night. They even forget the law because it's still on the shelf, which he was talking about. And they are not even half naked, they are naked on stage. And we people are seated in the audience clapping and very happy, as if we are bringing in new culture in our country. I don't know whether Kazora would say that is part of content. I'm yet to learn that, if that also constitutes content.
Very beautiful content.
Very beautiful content. It is only good if it would be good, and I would believe Mr. Kazora, if you went and married one of those to take home for a wife. Or for your son.
I'm married Beyonce.
So, now he runs away from those of here and runs for the other one very far. Why not those here? We are promoting local content. So, do I term that as local content or not? So, it is something that we and then as it is happening, yes, government has brought the freedom. Where are our cultural leaders to say, please, you are carrying this name of Kasule. Why are you kissing the other Kasule? You know, we've been quiet. We've kept quiet as religious institutions and seeing all of this. So, when you bring in the element of promoting our culture, it's also preserving it, and it's also preserving our children for the future and beyond. So, because what I was saying, we underestimate as government, we underestimate the role of media. No, we don't. I just want to give you a personal example. I was given responsibility in the last 4 months just to do one thing, media and entertainment, in the wedding of my king, the most handsome man in Uganda, the Chalaziko Kusoka. But because I had been in an area for the last 6 years, which I left 2 years ago as a Secretary General, I understood very well the role of the media. People must be whipped. People must be supervised. But that also must be accompanied some reward or penalty. Because that's when people will wake up. And that's why you see, when it comes to somebody will be doing very good work in a media house in the private sector. And because of the good work that person is doing, is handpicked and taken into government media. When they get there, you don't really see much like the individual was doing before joining the government. So the challenge is with us, and I've taken the message in good faith. We are now going to use this platform to celebrate the African richness. Africa is rich, yet poor. Tell me, what don't we have as Africa? When it comes to flora and fauna, I don't want to go into that. Somebody was talking about the tree climbing lions in Kanungu. Yes, they are. And we are, I think in the world they are reformed in Uganda. But we have not marketed them. We leave them lions as other lions. So when people come and stop in the neighborhood, like in Nairobi, they've seen the lions. We've not told them that, please, let's use the East African connectivity in terms of tourism to come to pull them and see. Yes, you've seen a lion in Nairobi. You know Nairobi city is in the national park. For those of you who don't know, it's in the national park. So the animals are there. But how do we then make them complete the circuit by coming to Kanungu to see the tree climbing lions? We must put in extra effort. So, this platform should help us to tell us what minerals are where in terms of quantity. What's the usefulness of those minerals? Let me give an example. In the whole world, Uganda is one country that has sand. Which sand we are using to construct this and this? We are using whatever, even useless things, but it's the best sand to make glass. But this platform should help us bring out to that so that people can come and give more value to what we have. So unveiling the beauty of Africa. Africa is so beautiful. If you want to know that Africa is a very good place, go to Dubai and see how they are planting. They have to grow trees somewhere. Then they must carry them from Africa to go and plant them in Dubai. I know of somebody, because I'm a fan, who is in South Africa. His farm is to grow trees that can be replanted in the Arab world, in the desert. How have we taken advantage of that? with the beauty we have. How have we taken advantage of that? We are one country as Uganda. None of those flowers that are there that cannot grow here. But we have readily accepted to leave those flowers and import plastic flowers so that we use them so easily to decorate even at such a function, and we are not bothered. But this is something that can be done even by a school to plant flowers and sell them to these institutions. We've not tapped into that, because that would help even reducing on the school fees the children do pay, because there is some income generation in that compound. At the same time, you'll be teaching children to preserve the environment, but also to beautify their compounds. I want to take this opportunity as somebody who has been in marriage for 24 years. One of the reasons that have kept my husband in my home is making sure my home is so beautiful with natural flowers, because they grow so freely. We rear chicken, I get the droppings of chicken, come and give that as manure to the plants, and they look so beautiful and very healthy. Now that it is raining, I don't think there is anybody with a beautiful compound like mine in the whole of Eastern Central Africa. Because our place is beautiful. We should tap into the beauty. So, this platform will also help us to promote trade and agriculture. Mr. has been talking about the aloe vera and the grass for the animals. Now, we have issues. You find people in Central Africa consuming coffee from Brazil. You find people in West Africa, most of these Arabs are taking milk from Europe and coffee from Brazil. But yet, the coffee we have, our Ugandan coffee, and the coffee in Ethiopia, you can take it without sugar because it's not bitter. The coffee from Brazil is bitter, you must put in sugar. And yet we are on the same rock called Africa. But we don't know what is happening where. So this platform will help us to educate us on how best to grow what we can grow in our areas, but also inform others who has what in what quantities so that they can trade. So this platform, I come with a word of saying thank you, but please make sure you provide the platform information to do with the trade and agriculture, information to the ordinary person, so that the phone itself also becomes a university to a farmer